Hey everyone, it is Tip Tuesday, and I have 6 ways that you can look younger and up your anti-aging game. Okay, so the first one, let's just jump right in there. The first one is to exfoliate. Now, you hear this all the time, and you know that you're supposed to be doing it, but how often? And what should you use? Okay, here's the deal. You want to use something that is going to do what an exfoliant is supposed to do. And what it is supposed to do is take away dead and dying skin from the surface of the skin, the epidermis, right? Your body is going to slough off dead skin all the time. Sometimes your skin can get a little congested, and then what happens is your makeup isn't going on as well. Your skincare serums aren't working like they should. Your skin can look dull or ashy. It's not as bright, right? You need to exfoliate. All right. I tell my clients exfoliate at least twice a week, unless there's some other thing that's going on in your life, okay? Maybe you're on some type of medication and you're more photosensitive, blah, blah, blah. We know that there's different circumstances that can be unusual. But under normal circumstances, you really should exfoliate twice a week. What you should use is something that's gentle enough that you could go out in public the next day. Now, there are some treatments like microdermabrasion or TCH pills, things like that that are done in a dermatologist's office, or even lasering that's ablative and removes, several layers of the epidermis. Those are all great, but be rest assured you're going to have downtime, and to varying degrees. The more that you go in, the longer time you're going to be out. Does that make sense? The more you go into the skin, the longer you're going to have out from your normal everyday activities, because you got to recover. With a good exfoliant that you should be using at home, there should be no downtime. Here's the thing, you do want a result, comparable to what you could get in a spa. And the closest thing I've found is the restorative enzyme peel. Hands down, it's a gimme. Now, there's aloe in it, but let me tell you about a couple other things that are in here. And these other 2 ingredients, they're not only great in this form combined with the organic aloe, but they're also good if you even ingest them, okay? So we're famous for using farm to jar ingredients, right? Okay, there's 2 things that are in the restorative enzyme peel that are absolutely fabulous for the skin. One of them is papaya, and the other is pineapple. All right, those things not only get into the deeper layers of the skin, they literally heal from the inside out. Those extracts are so fabulous for the skin because of all the chemistry that's involved in it. We're not going to go down that road. If you want to look it up, I've researched these things. There's just study after study that tells you these things are wonderful to have in an exfoliating form. They're going to do what you want them to do, and it's going to be effective immediately. So you do this peel, you'll see the results. It's kind of a gross satisfaction kind of situation because you literally see it working, and the result is instantaneous. Again, there are different exfoliants to do different things. This one I feel like is great to use twice a week, and I've never met anybody who couldn't use it. Second thing, so let's just move on down our list. We got 6 things to cover today. Okay, so the second thing that I want to talk to you about is, once you have a great exfoliating system in place, you want to get into the skin and target whatever issues you're wanting to address. For some of us, it's age spots. For some of us, it could be fine lines and wrinkles. It could be a texture issue. The reason why I'm bringing up these particular things are because these are the things that happen to the skin that cause a very aged effect on the skin, and the result being looking older, okay? So if you have a product like our Age Defiance Pro, which is this little guy, let me tell you something. This is super powerful. You want to use this you use just like a tiny pea-sized amount. There's a proprietary ingredient that we've added to it. It's called Resticel. Now, what Resticel does, it's very similar to retin A or retinoids. What those things do is they get into the skin. They're vitamin A derivatives, okay? They get down deep into the dermis and they create a cellular turnover. And it's not just a cellular turnover. I mean, it's a pretty dramatic effect. And they're getting in there and they're healing down deep so that eventually after, now with this, something like this, with a retinoid product, it'll be like a cumulative effect. So you're looking at about a month's time, about 30 days. And the skin is going to turn over, okay? You're going to see that cellular turnover. And the result being younger looking skin because it is literally healed inside and come out, right? Okay, Resticel can give you that type of turnover and improve the skin by over 30% in 30 days or less. All right, the thing that I really like about it, having tried so many different anti-aging products, whether, you know, they're cosmeceuticals or they're from the dermatologist office, those type of things, retin A and retinoids, they can be very strong. They are super effective, but they are very strong. And depending on the person, I'm one of these people that tends to go pink or red. I have a histamine reaction fairly fast. It can make you very photosensitive and your skin is truly raw. So I like this because I'm getting that effect. It's taken maybe a week or two longer, but I'm getting that effect and my skin isn't raw. And this is a fabulous product to use at nighttime. So your skin is going through, because when you're sleeping, when you're getting that great 8 hours, which we all crave, we don't always get, but it's what we want, right? That's when cellular turnover, healing, restorative properties are happening. Okay, so that would be the next thing that I would recommend. Something with a retin A or retin derivative in it, or like Resticel, which is a proprietary, you know, it's unique to us that we've developed. And there's a lot of research that goes into it. If you want more on that, I can talk to you about it, but we need to move through the list. So that was number 2. So number 3, vitamin C. Okay, you know how great vitamin C is for you if you're ingesting it. Vitamin C, what it does is it's healing. And right, you have a glass of orange juice every morning, or you take a vitamin C supplement. It builds up your immune system. And you need to start thinking about your skin, our largest organ, as part of your immune system, because it is truly your first line of defense against environmental stressors or things that are, you know, harmful, other things that are harmful in the environment. With that being said, what does it do when it comes to skin, and how can it help us with anti-aging? What it does, again, is another way to create cellular turnover and healing. So if you have issues when we're using it topically, you know how great it is for you internally, but when you're using it topically, it's going to help lighten and brighten, and it's going to help slough away dark and like age spots, any type of skin discoloration, if you have textural issues from acne, large pores. Now, there's really no way to truly get rid of a large pore. There's just not. And hereditary and sun damage, huge. That is going to, and age is going to affect, pore size and that type of thing. But you can combat it, you can improve it, and you can protect yourself from further damage. And that's the whole point behind vitamin C. Now, we have See the Light. The thing that I love about it is there's 5 different citrus extracts in here, 5. And 30 days, you're going to see such a vast improvement. The price point is amazing for what it is. Vitamin C products at a dermatologist office or a spa are very expensive, especially when you're using more natural and organic extracts. They can get very pricey, and the reason being is because they have a short shelf life, and because they are highly effective, and because they're natural. They're not created in a lab. It takes a lot more effort and chance to develop, natural products and farm to jar products. So for $24, you can't beat it. But you do want something that is, that has a vitamin C type serum for anti-aging. And that's something you can add to any skincare regimen. And it's something that I encourage anybody who's had any type of wound, any type of trauma to the skin, and if you're interested in anti-aging, which I think most people are, whether you're male, female, 30 or 103. I think we're into that. Okay. And creating an environment on our skin that's healthier. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk to you about are essential oils and adding a cleansing oil to your skincare. South Korea has been on the cutting edge of skincare and cosmetics and plastic surgery and anti-aging for several decades now. They are like the anti-aging gurus. They really, really are. They've been doing these things for quite some time. Youth is highly prized in their culture. They've been recommending double cleansing for quite some time. And what they mean is you need an oil type product to first cleanse your face, okay? And then you need a more cleansing, deeper cleaning product to follow right behind it. So it's double cleansing. You take your oil and you apply it all over. It gives you that that melting down of whatever's on the surface of the skin, whether it's makeup or things that you've picked up through the day from the environment. It's going to remove those things from your face. So then when you use your cleanser's finishing up the job, but your skin isn't stripped of what it actually needs. The best cleansing oils will have other, sorry, I got a phone call coming through, will have other extracts in them. Extracts that are super great for the skin, like chamomile, which is calming, rose, which is super beneficial to the skin, rose hip, all of those things. And all of those things are in our essential cleansing oil, which is evident when you first, smell it. You can smell it right away. And the fragrance, when you're using better ingredients and you're using more natural ingredients, fragrance isn't going to bother you as like it would with a chemical fragrance, because they've been they're so fake that the body is just like, whoa, it's like rejecting it. That's why you're having a reaction to it. This is very, very pleasant. It's very nice. And then I use this, our essential cleansing oil, which is part of our Farm to Jar line. And then I follow it up with our Pure Radiance cleanser because of all the anti-aging goodness in here. And I can go on for days about this cleanser. And this is something that men and women love. You have one on the sink, you have one in the shower. It's got rosemary in it, peppermint, lactic acid, all those wonderful things that are naturally occurring, plus peptide technology. And peptides, this from chemistry, peptides get in there and the body goes, oh, there's a peptide. The peptide's going to come and heal me, and it recognizes it and does what it's supposed to. And again, all a healing effect. Okay, so the next thing, that was number 4. Okay, y'all know this is a no-brainer. You need to load up on your SPF. But what we're going to talk about, y'all know this, you're supposed to be wearing sunscreen. Here's the thing. You're going to hear more and more about people, and you probably already have, or you may have a child who has reactions like an immediate allergic reaction to sunscreens, over-the-counter sunscreens. The reason being is because there's so many chemical additives in those things. A lot of those chemicals are actually preservatives to extend the shelf life. And again, it's one of those things that our body goes, whoa, I'm overloaded with toxins anyway from the environment. This is way too much. And ergo, the reaction. What we're finding is that when it comes to SPF, you almost need, we can't use just completely natural anymore, and we can't use completely chemical. So what we have is a situation that Alouette addressed a while back, and we have a hybrid. One of my managers, she was talking about, she's one of the VPs, and she kind of coined that phrase. Hey, Sawyer. And it made perfect sense to me. I was like, that is the perfect way to put correction code. What it has in it is zinc. Zinc is a mineral that the body recognizes. It's great to ingest. Again, building up immunities. It's a great way to boost your immune system. And it's also anti-inflammatory. So when you use correction code, because of other ingredients that are combined with it, remember it's a hybrid, you're going to get not only 25% SPF, but you're getting that zinc that's going to calm the skin down. So I even recommend this, and several of y'all know this for a fact because you bought it from me for this reason. I recommend it as a primer, and I use it quite a bit as a primer. It has a firming effect. Okay, this is all from zinc, and it also, okay, let me put it this way. This is your skin. Okay, here's zinc, right? For the most part, it is a physical barrier against UV. So it's literally going to protect you from UV rays. And if you look at zinc, the way that the mineral breaks down, it has reflective qualities. That's exactly what it's doing in the sunscreen. It's reflecting those rays off the skin so they can't go into the skin, right? And it also stays in place. It's not going to go anywhere. It's there. Now, will some of it be absorbed into the skin? Yeah. But what's being absorbed into the skin is eliminating redness, and it's correcting, ergo the name, correction code, is correcting inflammatory issues on the skin. So if you have redness, rosacea, broken capillaries, those type of things, I know it's getting dark in here, guys, it's going to help with that. All right. Got to have it. You know you need to load up on SPF, but know what you're putting on your skin. Okay? All right. That is number 5. And I wanted to tell you something too. Here's some other things. I thought this was really interesting when I was doing my research that zinc does. It's an antioxidant. Okay? It heals and repairs skin. It can actually help with acne flare-ups. So if you're thinking, I don't need an SPF because my skin is so oily, or I don't want to use that as a moisturizer because, no, you need this. And I know where people are coming from. When I was younger, it was hard for me to accept, as somebody who had a lot of acneic issues, that I needed a moisturizer. You need a moisturizer, and it's going to help with sebum production. Sebum is the oil that is produced in the skin, in the body, that comes out, and that is what causes acne. And acne itself is considered an inflammatory disease. So you see where I'm going with this. It all works hand in hand. Okay. Something else that zinc helps with, it helps clear up dandruff and an itchy scalp. And it can help with discoloration. And as many of y'all know, and I just mentioned it just a couple minutes ago, I recommend this all the time as a great makeup primer. All right, so the next thing that I want to talk to you about, the 6th and final thing, is if you're wanting to do a quick pick-me-up and you're like, I don't even know where to start with makeup, but I know that I need something to help me look a little more polished and to even out my skin, and I want that anti-aging effect. What you need is mineral makeup, okay? Mineral makeup is going to smooth out. What you want it to do is smooth out the texture of the skin, give you a more even complexion, all right, and enhance what you already have. The great thing about mineral makeup is it's in its name. It's mineral, so your body knows what it is. Now, ours is infused with ACE. ACE is just an acronym for vitamins A, C, and E. You know vitamin A is anti-aging. It's what we get our retin A from. Retinoids, Restacil, okay? We already talked about the benefits of vitamin C, and most of us know that vitamin E is so super healing. You have to have those things. Guess what? Our mineral makeup is loaded with it, and it feels like a second skin. All through the week, all different times, I wear, different formulations of our makeup. But mineral makeup is something that every single person on the planet can use. I mean, really, you really could. And of course, it has our organic aloe in it as well. So your skin is actually better for having worn it than going barefaced. It's a fact. And you do need something to protect your skin from the environment. And this is something that we all see. This is something your partner looks at. Okay, if you have a child, it's what your child looks up into. It's what your grandchildren look at. It's what you present to the world. So whether you wear, full glam or whatever, protect your skin. That's what all of this is about. I know that we're all into anti-aging and, all of those things, but when it comes down to it, it's just, it's health. It's taking care of ourselves. And when we take care of ourselves, we look better. And when we look better, our whole worldview is better. I've never put, let me tell you this. When I give you a facial and then I do just like a light, just everyday look, you feel so much better. I've never had a woman tell me, I hate this. I've never heard that. I've never heard it. Now, whether they, do that same routine all the time or they expand on it, it's up to them. But I have never had somebody sit down in my chair and after I, do some anti-aging treatments on them and then give them, a little bit of mineral makeup, a cute shade of lipstick, and, do just love on them for a minute. I have never had somebody tell me, I just hate this. I can't stand how I feel. Never has happened. It's just like when you go to the salon and you get your hair done and you walk out and you're like, oh, it feels so cute. And you keep looking in the mirror. It's the same thing, same experience. So I'm all about it. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself for you, and others will appreciate it. Moms, ladies, fill up your cup so that you have something to pour from. All right. So that's my 6 quick tips. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions about anything that I talked about or about some of the ingredients that I mentioned, message me. I'm happy to talk to you. Okay. Have a great day. And I hope you enjoyed Tip Tuesday. Love you guys. All right. Bye.